or wherever you're at. Thank you for joining us. It might be evening. Appreciate Danielle. Thank you for all your kind words. And I'm so excited for today because we are here with one of my favorite people, Monte Durham. So thank you, Monty, for joining us today. Cheers.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
We got it, right?
Yes. So the last time you and I were together was in February. We were hanging out at a bridal salon in the DC area. So what have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Oh God, do we have like 24 hours to go through
let's
that?
do 10 hours. That's fine.
Well, I think, okay, I'm going to bullet it because my friends tell me I'm so long-winded, and I know that. But, you know, when you're Southern, that's what you do. We're storytellers, right?
Well, I love your accent, so you can talk all day long.
Okay. And I do, by the way. So we ended with season 11 this year with the show. So that broadcasted in May, and Lori had an accident on stage. So that put us back. We were supposed to air in early last fall. So it pushed us back to spring. So we finished off season 11. Isn't that hard? Wow. I mean, yeah, so it was great, a great run. We're waiting to get confirmation from Discovery, TLC, to start up season 12. So we're on a little bit of hiatus, as most people are, right? So we're just waiting that out. In the meantime, known for not sitting still long, I decided to open a hair salon. Now,
amazing.
Really, now, talk about taking on a big undertaking. Wow, I had no idea. I just had no idea. So that's what I've been working on. And, you know, I have my own hair care line. So we got those on Amazon, Monte, M-O-N-T-E. And so we got those on Amazon. And we're skirting and playing with a little bit of maybe getting on QVC. So, yeah. So
I know some people that would be excited about that.
Yeah, so exciting. And so I've really just been wrapping up, staying close at home. And I do have to tell you, Nicole, Elizabeth, and Danielle, y'all are not going to believe this. Every single drawer in my house is organized.
Oh.
I went through the kitchen. I don't cook. Yeah. I jokingly always say the only thing I turn on in the kitchen is the lights. So now I've got all the pizza cutters in one drawer. You know how you put one in that one over there, and you've got one over here. You got a wine opener over here, and one. So they're all together. And the beautiful thing about this doing, you take inventory and you realize, oh, I like this one better than the other, and I donate the other to hospice thrift stores and stuff. So I go through, and I have a little box always ready to go, and I put things that are very lightly used, in great shape. But I may have 3 of them. I don't need 3. I give one away. So,
what was the one tool that you had, or kitchen utensil that you had that you're like, I didn't know I had 8 of these?
Oh my God.
Was there anything?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And I had probably 5 of them. It's the craziest thing. The milling ball little thing.
Yeah.
Do you know that little thing?
Yes.
I don't know why every time. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I just had like 5 or 6. I'm like, what? It took me a while to figure out what they were. I thought it was a measuring cup. But anyway, so I had a lot of those. They don't take up a lot of room, so they got farmed out as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, and it's one of those things where it's a nice to have, but honestly, when I think of eating a little ball of fruit, I'm like, who has time for that right now? But maybe we do right now. Maybe right now we do have time for that.
Well, you know, I have a little trick. So I cut the melon or watermelon, and then I angle all around the edges. You know, people think people think I do it symmetrically. I don't, but it looks that way. And then I scoop them out and make the little balls. I put them in a clear bowl, and I drizzle them with amaretto.
Oh.
And I let them sit a little bit, and then I put them back in. Of course, this is entertaining adults.
Sure.
And so it's good. Everybody will go, what is this? So yeah, it's got that vanilla flavor. So a little bit of cream, and there you go.
Perfect. And then I know we'll have a couple barbecues, this summer, so that will be a lot on a lot of our tables.
Yeah, good. It's good. Easy to serve.
Yes, yes. So I know we asked earlier for the spouses that are joining us live to type in where they're calling in from or joining us from. So if you haven't done that yet, please share with us, everybody that's listening in right now, where you're joining us in, or where you're joining us from, I should say, and what your plans are coming up the next couple weeks, because we love to see what y'all are up to.
And Nicole, where are you?
So I'm in Williamsburg, Virginia.
And I'm in Alexandria, Virginia. So I'm just right up the road from you.
So close. We're so close.
So close.
Well, and another question that I wanted to ask you, because a lot of us have been hanging out at home organizing, our closets and everything like that.
Yes.
But I feel like more times than none, a lot of us are going straight to the yoga gear or the active wear just because we're not really going out as much as we have been. But what do you recommend we wear this summer to feel great, look fabulous, and, maybe not wear the yoga pants around or out and about?
Yeah. I would really like to see all athletic wear kind of take a step back for summer. I'm not a big fan of crop pants. Okay. I think they are loose at a very odd spot on your leg, and depending upon if you're long-legged or short-legged, that really makes it's like a skirt. You want to make sure it's hitting at the right leg. Capris I love, tapered pants, that ballet flat, a flip-flop, but anytime I think summer, as we shed clothing, we really need to pay attention to the moisturizing of our skin, pedicures and manicures, right?
Yeah.
So I think loose, light tops. You want to stay away from warm colors like orange, yellows, and reds because that looks hot, and stay with the blues, the greens, the pinks, anything in pastel because you'll look cooler in that. But I made it a point to go through my closet and try on almost everything. Oh, God. So I had a pile of things I love, a pile of things I thought about, and a pile of things I knew I was never going to wear again. And then I just kept editing back. And I make it a point now to get up. I have a lot of shirts, so I wear a shirt every day. Even if I have on jeans, I have a long sleeve shirt on, a cotton shirt, a button up. And it's amazing how people look at you different. Like, where are you going? And I'm like, well, I'm just going to the grocery store. But because everybody's in gym clothes, I look like I'm dressed up, and I'm not. So I would look at loose fitting, flowing linen, lightweight fabrics. And, even if you wear a beautiful jacket, like what you have on now, your denim, and you've got the cami under it, I mean, it's perfect, right?
Yeah.
And you can wear a skirt, you can wear the capris under it. I think another thing, instead of gym shorts, could we look at the tennis skirts at least?
Okay.
They're a little more feminine, they're a little more flirty, and they're athletic wear.
Yeah.
So maybe kind of look at that. And nobody goes wrong, guys or girls, to wear any of that Lily Pulitzer stuff. It's just perfect for summer.
The colors
it's fun. Just looks great.
Yes.
So.
Well, thank you for that. And I know there was a picture that I saw of myself wearing just like a flat sandal, and I thought it looked fantastic on. And then when I saw the picture, I was like, maybe not. So is there another type of shoe or a wedge for like the moms out there that are afraid to roll their ankle, or really for anybody out there that's afraid to not wear a high wedge, or even a heel in the summer? Any kind of shoes you can recommend?
You know what? Anytime you wear a flat, you want to make sure that it's like a ballet, that it has a little bow on the toe or that drawstring looking at the top of it. And look at and see if you can get them a little more pointed toed as opposed to round toed, because the pointed toe will make it look a little more dressier. The thing I see with women wearing the flats, a lot of the issues are that they're stepping out of the back heel, because your heel is narrower, obviously, than the front of your shoe and your foot. So they step out of them. So you want to be careful with those. But I do like a sandal. I
Yeah.
think those are perfect. The thing you want to make about sandals is straps is make sure that little pinky isn't hanging out and walking alongside of your shoe. It's
Okay.
got to be inside that strap, right?
Tuck it in.
And yeah. And hey, ladies, it's the perfect time to bring out those white sandals that you've thrown up in the back of the closet. And white shoes always look refreshing, and it's, you know, we can wear them up until September.
So
So.
is there a rule on when to wear white?
You know,
Because
I did that. I did that. I spoke to that on my website, and it was amazing how many people came back, and it's just embedded into so many people and so many cultures, Southern, Northern, Western. The Californians didn't seem to buy into it as much. People on the West Coast, but it seemed like everybody this side of the Mississippi just chimed in. Even New Yorkers all the way to Florida, they were saying like, no, we just, you know, after Labor Day, we kind of put it all away.
okay.
The white, that is,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, good to know. And
yeah.
that'll help when we're, continuing to organize all of our things and
Uh,
clothes in the house.
Never ending.
No, it doesn't end. So I also wanted to touch on, because a lot of us are on camera all the time now. So what is the best way if we have, let's say we're getting ready to go on camera in a meeting like a Zoom meeting, or even talking to your friends or family on camera, in 5 to 10 minutes, what's the best way we can get camera ready?
All right. So if you have long hair like yourself, you can pull it back in a ponytail. And you've been very good about this, Nicole. You haven't been messing with your hair, but most girls that have long hair keep, put their, like I'm doing, and mess with the bangs. So if you do have bangs, spray them or tuck them back. The biggest thing you can do is adjust this. Oh, did I just lose you?
No, we're here.
Okay. Why am I don't see you anymore.
Uh-oh. Well, we can hear you and we can see you.
Oh, okay, good. So you want to, what I was doing was adjusting this, and it went blank there on me. But anyway, you want to make sure this is adjusted and your light is where you need it to be.
Okay, gotcha.
Because,
Well, are you able to see, when you see me, can you see me right now while you're looking at the screen, or no?
No, I'm trying to wait.
And this is everything that we all have to deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
In our meetings or with our friends and family, it's like, wait a second, I see your ear. I don't see your face. So
yeah.
Let's see
I
here.
see the chats, I see everything, but my video went.
You might have just minimized it by accident, Monty. I don't know if you see like the Zoom icon anywhere, maybe on your taskbar on the bottom. You can try clicking it and it might open up the window again.
Oh, yeah. Am I there?
Yeah, we see you.
Okay, now I got it. Okay. Sorry.
Perfect. No,
Thank
again,
you, Danielle.
This is real life, and this is something that, again, we deal with.
I was on a call talking about none other than Jackie Kennedy, where Zoom, and I was on a remote, so it just went out on me. I mean, they could hear me, I could see them, but couldn't hear. Oh, it was a nightmare. So yeah, you're absolutely right. We've got to make sure that we're in the positioning and this does happen. But what I was speaking to, and when I moved that, is that you want to make sure that that angle and the light is good on you. I don't want to look up your nose.
Right.
And a lot of people set the computer down and they're above it looking down. So you want to sit down and have it angle at you, have the light coming outside. So that's really one of the biggest things. And we all wear glasses, not all of us, but most of us. So you want to be careful of that because of reflection. Like you can see behind me, the reflection off of the window on the screen. Well, it does that for glasses. So you want to be careful. That, okay, real quick. Pull your hair back in a high ponytail. Put on mascara so your eyes are defined. No, you don't need the eyeliner, but if it's quick, just throw on the mascara. Put on an earring. And with dark hair, Nicole, what's great is to wear a pearl because it adds light or anything that is smooth. And then put on your lips and you're ready to go.
Perfect.
So your eyes are defined, quick mascara, a lip and a pearl and pull your hair back. Because what is uncomfortable, and I watch it with news anchors, and they'll be out in the wind and they're doing this, trying to talk. So I'm like, don't you have a hair tie? Every girl has that long hair, has a hair tie on her wrist, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, just pull it back, because it's like you want to step in and help them.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, so those are my tips on that.
Well, thank you for that. And then kind of along the lines of that, a lot of us have these now, and we have to wear them out in public, or, you know, in certain spots. So when you put this on and you're out in public, is it the same rules as, I'm afraid to put it over my mouth, but so we really want to accentuate the eyes, right? So any additional tips to when we have the mask on, what we can do to still feel great and look fabulous?
Right. Well, you know, you do want to accentuate, like your eyes are great like that, because, you know, the makeup you have on your eyes. You just don't want to think, well, they're only going to see my eyes, so you power your eyes up. Don't go overboard with them. Just what you have is perfect, because your eyes, you know, what's it? Helen Keller said the eyes are the window to the soul, I believe. So, you know, we can see you smiling through your eyes. So.
And I love that. I've heard many people say that, and you can really tell if somebody is smiling with their eyes, just that kind look. So
yeah, I see some of these questions popping up. Where are we buying the mask, right? Do you see that, Nicole?
Oh yeah. So I got mine off Etsy, and I supported local. So I just typed in where I'm at and got my mask there.
Oh, we got one from Hobby Lobby. I have friends that are in the design field, so they've been sending me some crazy ones that, yeah, they're great, you know. But I found a friend of mine sent me one that's silk. I can go get it. I don't have it here, but and it's silk. It's real lightweight, and the bands are light. So I've been wearing that a little bit. But good. I trade them up I've got a collection now, right?
Gotta switch it up. It's gonna be a fashion staple.
Yeah, and it was funny. I was at the doctor's the other day, getting a normal checkup, and so they give you one, right? But what is so funny, you know how they have the pleats in the ones?
Yeah.
The white, the plain medical one?
The white one, yeah.
I put it on, he goes, you're putting it on upside down. I go, upside down? So he made me turn the pleats the other way. So the pleats were coming down from the top instead of coming up. I never thought there was a right or a wrong way to wear them, but apparently that's the way they recommended them.
And now we know there's an etiquette.
And it was interesting questions like, have you lost your taste? You know, do you still taste food? And I go, yeah, when I eat it.
Right.
And he said, do you get out of breath? And I go, after a 4-mile run.
Yeah.
So I was just just trying to be jovial, because everybody's so serious. I don't think he particularly cared for my sense of humor, but that's all right. We got through it. All right.
You just talked about running. So now I kind of want to hit on that, because that's a fun fact. I did not know that Monte Durham was a runner. So tell us more about that and how we can get the inspiration to put on our tennis shoes, step outside, and just get some vitamin D.
Yeah, so it was a struggle for me. I used to be a long distance runner when I lived in Colorado. Anybody out there from Colorado joining in on us, or Colorado Springs or somewhere?
I bet there's one out there.
Yeah, so so I used to be a long distance runner, and I got out of it, and then you start running, you know, a few months. So the beginning of this year, I made a commitment to myself, because I have that big birthday coming up in a couple months, and I made a commitment to myself. So I started a little tiny gym, going over there working out, and then with the closure of everything closed, I had no other option. And I thought, okay, we can do this. I can do it. Yeah. So for the first week, I only ran a mile. Yeah. You know, ran a mile, walked back a mile. Yeah. Ran a mile, walked back for the first week. Second week, I did 1.5 miles. And I did that probably for maybe 3 weeks, the 1.5 miles, running out and back. Yeah. And then I just slowly inched it up. And so this morning, before I got on, I ran a solid 3 miles. And then I stop, stretch, do jumping jacks. You know, nobody wants to hear all that.
No, but we do. Tell us.
All right. So I stop and stretch, do jumping jacks, do push-ups on the bench, and then run the 4th mile back home. So,
Well, that is
And I've been trying to
fantastic.
drink every morning, get up immediately and drink 8 ounces of water, warm
Yeah.
water, just room
Yeah.
temperature.
And that's
So
a good tip for all of us because and that's something I'm trying to do too. And I promise we did not, rehearse this. But look, I have
look at
water.
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
because I'm trying to drink more water.
Yeah,
So,
it's the best thing you can do for your skin and your body. So,
yeah,
you know,
now's the
that's
time. So,
interesting. Yeah. And I don't wear any very chic running clothes, by the way.
okay.
Some of them have paint on them.
Yeah.
It's amazing people recognize me on the trail.
Uh-huh.
I ran into my reverend on the trail, so that was always fun. So we had a little blessing there. So it's
Yeah.
always good to have that. And I live in an active community because we're right on the parkway by
Mhm.
the Potomac, and so there's a lot of traffic
Yeah.
cycle. And so the other day I didn't feel like running. I ran 2 miles because I just wasn't feeling it. But then I got on my bike and did a 25-mile bike ride.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and
I can ride right into DC. These trails are just great.
it's great. And do you listen to music when you run, or is it just you just listen to nature and just the
I
sound?
let my mind wander. I
Yeah.
solve a lot of the world's problems while I'm running.
Yes.
A lot of them. Right. I don't like hats or anything on my head. I don't like, my whole goal is running is putting on a pair of shoes, t-shirt, shorts, and let's go.
Yep. Good.
So I don't take a water bottle. I don't take my phone. I just go. And my
Perfect.
neighbors are always like, why aren't you running with your dog? And I go, because it's my time.
Yeah.
I walk him, that's his time. But then I run, that's my time to just
Yeah.
do what I don't want to have to stop and let him go to the bathroom or whatever. So
Sweet Charlie. That's
selfish.
your name, right?
Charlie, yes, Welsh Terrier,
Oh,
our
adorable.
favorites.
Yes. That is so true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know the past couple of Coffee Connection lives that we've done with military spouses, a lot of them have loved connecting with each other in the chat box. So what I do want to recommend the spouses do while you're connecting in the chat box during this live session is to put in your LinkedIn profile. If you have a LinkedIn profile, please put that in there now, and then that way you guys can kind of check each other out and network that way via LinkedIn. And then meanwhile, I will pause real quick to see with Danielle, do you have anything in the chat box that we should be touching on, or any questions in the Q&A before we start to chop my hair?
Ooh,
Yay.
yes, we have two
Okay.
good ones, and I think they'll be quick. First one is just going back to the great conversation about sandals. Note to self, guys, remember, pull out your white sandals.
Right.
Someone is wondering, Monty, about your
Yeah.
thoughts on the new square toe sandals.
You know what? I think we should all try and experiment with anything that comes out in fashion, especially in shoes. I think there's room in the toe box that makes it comfortable. You've got to be careful that your foot doesn't look like a box, right? So when it's square on the toe, I have a couple pair of those shoes and I do wear them. But every time I look down, I feel like my foot's in a box. It's so squared off. But I think we should always have touching on the latest trends to do those. But I like them. I like them on other people better than myself. Did that help out?
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. The second question we have, I love this one because I know we have a lot of people joining from Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
It must be all of your fan base there, Monty. I'm
Yay,
not sure.
yay.
And I know people were asking about where the salon is. So I shared the Alexandria Living article.
Okay,
But
thank you.
anyhow, someone new to Virginia, who is also 33 weeks pregnant, is wanting some help to deal with the humidity. So she would like a heap of recommendations, just everything, clothing, hair, makeup. We all know humidity is brutal. So.
Well, congratulations. What exciting news. I mean, it's got to be a challenge to carry during these hot months and the humidity's coming on. Okay, so for clothing, again, loose fitting, which is probably going to be comfortable, even though I think maternity wear trend now is to body conscious. So I would look for loose fitting, light colors. Look for tent dresses. Because a dress is one article you can put on where if you're wearing a short or a bottom, you have a bottom and a top. So look for loose fitting full dresses. That'll be comfortable. Be sure that your shoes fit comfortable. We don't want you tripping, and your sandals. And then, of course, for your hair, pulling your hair back and putting in a ponytail can sometimes be just as hot because it's hanging down the back of your neck. So what about doing a loose braid, wrapping it up and putting it in a ballet knot? And as far as humidity, the Monte products, which I have, but any products you use, you want to make sure it's anti-humectant. But I have a taming balm. And what that does, it truly does tame the flyaways. You can go to montedurham.com and you'll see some of those videos on there. And I walk through overly curly hair, straight hair, and I show what I do with my products. And of course, you could do those with other products as well. But try dresses for the summer. I think they look cooler. They may be cooler. It's one garment you have to put on as opposed to a top and a bottom, loose fitting. Sandals, make sure, I mean, your feet are probably going to swell, so you may have to buy a couple sizes up or a size up from what you normally wear. Be mindful of that. And also watch out for your rings. If your rings are getting tight, this may be a good time to take them off before the heat comes on and you have to go in and have them removed from. So look at your jewelry as well. Long dangly earrings, anything with movement that'll move, always is comfortable. The wind's moving it. And then just take care of that hair, braid it lightly. Sloppy bun on the nape of the neck will always look a little more polished than a messy bun directly on top of your head. Hope that helped.
I love that. And
Humidity has never sounded so fabulous, Monte.
Right? I've been wearing the side braid or a braid a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm loving it. So
right.
I'm glad you said that.
Well, and it does say that we paid attention to our look, sort of, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know, that, you know, and it's easy to braid. It doesn't have to be a perfect. I love that fishtail braid. Can you do that?
I know.
I can't either. I mean, I can't do that. I was like all those
We'll
little
find
braids.
An expert and we'll do a Coffee Connection live on all things braids.
You know who we go out to the hunt country because you know the stylists for the horses that do the mane and the braids. I mean, yeah, that's an art right there. But anyway, yeah, the braids are beautiful in the summer, whether you do two, whether you do one long one and wrap it around your head like a crown or a halo. You know, it's just an easy thing. And it's a great time if you're out and your hair's feeling a little dry, put a little conditioner in it and braid it and just wrap it, let the heat open the cuticles, set in, then, you know, wash it at the end of the night. And there you had a little bit of a treatment. And when you're out running, if you have long hair, I see this all the time. The girls are letting it bounce and I know that feels good, but you're actually beating those ends even more. So when it's flying and you're running and it's going from one end to the other, all you're doing is creating a little bit more tension on the end of that hair and creating split ends. So you might want to, there's where you want to do that loose braid or just loose ponytail and tie it up and put it in a ballet knot. Protect the ends of your hair there as well.
I've learned more in 30
thought.
minutes. This is so good. Well, and speaking of hair, let's go ahead because I know we have a lot of people that are probably curious on how to do this. Let's cut my hair. Let's see what
we're going to cut it. Now, Nicole, we have to say I did this on my Facebook page or the montedurham.com and I got such huge response from it. You girls are brave. I love it. But, you know, down, you can't get to the hair salon. You can't do it. So what started was my sister, Mickey, and Linda. They have longer hair. And they're like, come on, cut our hair. And I go, no, I'm not cutting hair. I'm not doing it. You know, it's being a little bit of a brat. And I said, but I'm going to teach y'all how to do it. And they go, no way. So we FaceTime and did it. They got so many compliments. They said, you need to tell. So I went on Facebook. I told everybody how we were doing it. And now we're going to show all of our military members and how to do this as well. Or anybody else who's watching and looking at, you know, the trick here, tension, right? Okay. So Nicole, are you going to tell me what I told you and do it, or am I going to tell you as you do it? Am I going to
So let's do it. You just walk me through it. I have all the things. I have ponytail holders. I have combs. I have mirrors. I have my scissors. And if anybody wants to do this while you're watching, maybe not. Maybe watch first and then I'll be the guinea pig.
But we are going to say, do try this at home.
Yes, do try this. Yes, do try this at home.
This is one of our videos here. So what I need you to do is take your brush and brush your hair all the way back.
Okay.
Nicole.
So like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the way back. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Look at all that hair. So now you've got, but if there were any, if there were any tangles in there, it's out, right?
Yes.
So because your hair is so long, Nicole, you're going to have to stand up, turn your head upside down, brush it, and I want you to put a ponytail right here on top, not in the back, not in, right even with your ears. So use your ears, Margaret. That's where that ponytail has to land on your head. Perfect. Yeah, you really want to brush. Now, what this cut will do, it will remove dead ends, split ends, depending upon how much we take off. But what it will do, it'll add layers right on the bottom, not way up, but down on the bottom, so you'll get movement. So if you have this long hair that's just pulling you down, weighing you down, now it's summer, this is a great way to do it. And I'm watching her, she's got a lot of hair.
So
it looks good. Yep, looks good. So, and so it adds the layers on the end of the hair, and you can see she's got layers. Boy, your hair's shiny.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So.
And then put a ponytail?
Yep, tight.
All right.
So she brushed her hair back to get all the, if there were any snags in it, let's say. Then she turned her head upside down, brushed it all up. The ponytail is right at the mark between her ears. So you want the top of your ears. Okay, now pull it tight. Yay! Now you want to brush that again.
Okay.
I don't know if your arms are going to be long enough for this.
We can do it. We can do it.
That's the thing, getting all of it. All right, so now before we cut, you're gonna take your hair, but like what you've got it, no tension, just like that. Bring it all the way up, pull it straight up on top of your head.
Okay.
And get an inch from that. Do you see it? And there's no tension, relax. There you go. Relax your hands a little bit, let the hair right there. Yeah, relax it so that it, yeah, bring it, yeah. Don't pull it taut, right?
Okay.
There you go, just like that.
Okay.
Now get up to the end, an inch from the end, and cut. There you go. Yeah, so just cut that straight across.
We're doing this, guys. Now I'm doing it backwards, so sorry if I can't. Yeah. We're going straight across.
Yeah.
All right. This is happening.
Yay! You're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm getting my hair cut by Monte Durham.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh, that guy.
That's all right.
We're going to fix him.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Are we done?
You did a really good job on that.
I'm just going to
even it up a little bit. Yeah. All right, you're done.
What?
Yes.
All right, let's see the final look.
She's going to kill me.
Take it down.
Yep.
All right.
Look at that. And this is not about necessarily saving money, which it does, but it's about saving time. Now, Nicole, you did very good because you only took off the 1 inch. What you're going to find after you do this is you're going to say, darn, I should have taken another inch off.
Well.
But you can do it. You know, it's that old adage, measure twice, cut once. So.
Okay. Let's see what we think.
Can you feel the ends? They're a little crisper.
Yes. And I'll see if I can turn around so you guys can see the back. I'll brush it out a little bit.
Yeah. No. You're brave to do that.
Can you guys see?
Yeah. So the layers, and you can see they're just on the very end. So, yep, we can see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it gives your hair movement and it doesn't interfere. And when you're doing, should you do the bangs, you know, I can show you that a little bit. So yeah, I cut mine on my Facebook page. So what you want to do with bangs is pull them down where you want. My hair's got wave in them. And you want to just bring it down so that your finger is here in between your eyes. Relax it. So, and then just take that off right on that corner. And you'll get your bangs, but you want to have a point. So if you bring your fingers down here to the bridge of your nose and then cut under it and have no tension on it. The trick is not to have the tension because the hair is going to spring back up. So you did it.
Well, thank you. That was fantastic. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I don't have to do it for another 6
Oh my
months.
God, look. Allison says she cuts her hair like that every day, once a month in the shower.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, better than doing it. There's hair everywhere right now, but that's okay. It's worth it.
It's vacuum. That's what
Worth
vacuums
it.
right now.
I also wanted to ask, so for the women who don't have long hair and they're not able to put it in a ponytail on top of their head, any recommendations for like a shorter haircut on how to kind of
Okay, so if you have chin length hair, like mine's a little past chin, but if you bring your hair, God, my hair is so fine, but if you pull your hair to the side of your face and bring it all the way around like this, and you take those scissors and just cut an inch off, but cut from the top of your eyebrow all the way down to your earlobe. And that'll give you that layer to come to the back. That's how I've been cutting my hair. So I comb it wet. I don't even hold it. My hair's fine. So I just comb it, bring it all the way over, start at the top of my eyebrow, over my eye, and just cut. And then bring it back. You got the layers in it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh
and ladies or gentlemen who's cutting their own hair, you want to make sure, of course, you're under regulations, right? The guys have to wear their hair a certain way.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they have barbers or something on.
Well, no, they're not. A lot of spouses have been cutting their service member spouse's hair at home.
Yay!
So, yeah, we're all learning together. So
I know there was a run on clippers. You couldn't buy clippers there for a while.
really,
Now they're back at Amazon. Nobody had them, so everybody was doing it at home. So
yeah.
Well,
that was fun.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. So
Okay.
I want to pause there because I do want to leave questions. We have about 20 more minutes. I want some spouses that have any questions about this or about feeling fabulous, looking great, or even about your salon. Danielle, any questions out there that Monty can touch on?
Yes. First, about the haircut, someone's wondering, what about if you have curly hair?
Okay, curly hair is, there you want no tension whatsoever. My hair's a little wavy, but it's not curly. So you want to make sure if it's long, you can do the same thing. But remember, cutting an inch on curly hair really is like cutting 2.5 inches off because it springs back up to life. So you want to do that. The thing you have to be careful with curly hair with the layers, you want to make sure it's down longer because if you get them up higher, you'll come out like this instead of down like this. So you want to weigh your hair down. So I would recommend when you have curly hair, and most people that have curly hair figured out how to do this already, but you need a nice emollient to put on your hair, and anything you put on like a taming balm or any type of smoothing cream you put on, you emulsify and you put through the hair and touch the ends. As you know, with curly hair, once you get out of the shower and you apply, you can even take the conditioner after you get out of the shower, apply it in your hands, emulsify it, run it on the ends, not through your hair, but just on the ends of your hair, and then do not touch it because if you start touching curly hair, it just gets bigger. So with curly hair, I'd recommend instead of cutting an inch off, 1/4 inch to start with.
Perfect. Danielle, I'll just let you keep bringing the questions in.
Okay, we've got a few more coming in. Still on the topic of the haircuts.
Okay.
How about trimming each layer? I saw that you could see the layers in long hair when it was put in the ponytail.
Right. So depending upon where your layers are currently, the most important place to have layers obviously is around your face, because in the back you can't see them. So in the back you really want that bottom panel to have the layers. So if you're looking to trim the layers in the front, you again want to then comb from the middle of your head, occipital bone right here, bring it down, and then just cut here. So bring the hair forward over your head, bring it down, no tension. So you might want to hold it here so there's no tension in here, and just cut across here, and maybe like a U shape, cut up around, and that'll take care of those layers on the front panel. And if that doesn't, if that seems complicated to you, just leave your hair like Nicole's hair is down, leave it like that, and then pull your hair, always hold, no tension, and then just cut at an angle and just take a 1/4 inch off, and that'll get those layers on the front panels to come back around and take off the dead inches.
Thank you so much. For those not as brave as Nicole, we
Yes.
have others wondering when they can begin making appointments at your salon.
Yay! Thank you so much. I appreciate all that support. So the salon is at 210 South Union Street in Old Town, Alexandria. So it's in Alexandria. We're going to offer valet parking because there is no parking in Old Town. I signed the lease yesterday, so how exciting is that? They're going to start work on Monday. Hopefully, we will have things up and running in by Labor Day, and we'll take Labor Day off and come back. So September the 14th is the target date to open, Monday, September the 14th. To open. So late August, if everybody just pays attention at montedurham.com until I get the website up for the hair salon, which we call it Salon Monte on the website. But if you go to montedurham.com, we'll keep everybody posted. But hopefully by the end of August, we will have a number assigned to the salon, and we will be taking appointments then. Thank you.
How exciting. Well, that will be here before we know it.
I know.
Okay, I will throw one more at you.
All right.
Someone is an avid exerciser, you go girl, and has shoulders and traps that she feels are a bit more defined. She can get a little self-conscious, so she's just wondering, should I accentuate them, or not? Or what kinds of tops would you recommend?
Yeah, you know, good for you. I need to take some, I need to work on my shoulders. And what you want to do anytime you have a muscular build, or you've worked out, you know, show it off is what I'm saying, be proud of it. But you want to soften those lines, especially if you feel it's hard. So scoop necks are nice. A little cap sleeve will help keep that bulge on the shoulder ball a little, but it will show the define of your arms and your triceps. So a little cap sleeve. I would definitely wear body conscious clothing so that shows the outline and how well toned you are. But a scoop neck, you've got to be careful a little bit with V-necks. But anything that brings the eye down or brings the eye around would be perfect for that. Stay away from anything high, because then it's just going to show across the shoulders. That toe necks, which are straight across, you don't want to wear that because it makes the width wider. So go with scoop, round, and some V-necks. And I would say for evening wear, or if you're looking at social dressing or dressing in general, a halter top would be stunning on you because it shows here, and it'll show those beautiful shoulders. It shows your back because the back are out of them, and it gives you that V. So it'll give you that long line here, but yet show all the hard work that you've accomplished, and be proud of that.
Yeah. Well, I'll jump into some questions that we had from spouses that registered, that just asked when they were registering. So one of the questions was, what's one classic piece of clothing every woman should have in her closet? And is black still the go-to, you know, do you have that little black dress, or what should we have our eye on when we go shopping now to have that one classic piece?
Right. So I think you can never go wrong with any solid colored basic dress, whether that be a black, navy blue, tan, burgundy, any of those jewel tones are always great. That jewel neckline, cap sleeve, no sleeve, or the long sleeve. So I think everybody should have one of those go-to. And you can get them in that jersey knit so you can ball them up, put them in luggage if you have to travel.
Yeah.
You know, the royals are not allowed to travel at all without one black outfit at all times. So I think that is kind of makes sense. And if you choose to do that basic dress, jewel neckline, that looks good, whether you're wearing gold jewelry, silver jewelry, pearls, or whatever, make sure the length is where you want it. Is it above your knee that looks better? Below your knee? Find that spot. And then, you know, in the summer, lighten it up with nude heels, wear a red sandal. I mean, you can have a lot of fun with those navy blue, blacks, grays dresses. So that's what I would recommend. The one thing that I would ask every woman to get out of her closet are the shrugs. Those little sweaters with that little sleeve on them. They will date you and age you faster than anything. So let's kind of get those shrugs out of there. And if you do chill, I mean, we're going inside now from outside here. Get beautiful big piano scarves. Just wrap them around you. I mean, have fun with it. Layer those simple white cotton tee dresses with like turquoise jewelry and mix it with coral colors and have fun. You know, we're summer, we're bright. So you can go dull on the clothes, but bring those accessories in and go get those big pattern scarves and just wrap yourself in them. It'll be great. Don't forget that straw hat.
And I love that the scarf. When we lived in Germany, our first assignment, I feel like all the Europeans really wore the scarf very well. But I always struggled on how to, and this might have to be another conversation, but how to wear the scarf so I don't look like I'm like bundled for winter when it's summer, you know? Like,
well, the thing there is don't try too hard. They're a scarf. You know, we complicate things. Throw it on, tie it in a knot low. And then swing it around your back if you want that look in the front. Let it hang over the shoulders. I mean, just wear them. They're scarves, just throw it on. You don't want to look like you got caught in the tablecloth when you left the dinner and it's dragged along with you. But I mean, your shoulders and tie. And try to get it asymmetrical. That's the thing. Everybody tries to measure the corners to corners. No, that's no fun. Just throw it on. Let it be a scarf.
I love that because I'm almost a perfectionist. So that's why I'm like, okay,
you can't be with that.
Even, and then I tie, and it's not perfect. So just
I know. Just throw it.
Good, excellent. And then we had a question from a service member that said, how do you transition from the 24/7 of wearing a military uniform to looking and feeling like a sexy and gorgeous lady? Like any tips from transition?
Oh my God. I love the fact that she said sexy and gorgeous. I think that's one incredible, goal to have, right? So, and I can understand coming from once you come to switch this. I will tell you, and no offense to anyone, so I'm going to say this, undergarments can play a big role in how one feels, especially for a woman. Fragrance can make a big difference, as can lipsticks. We've talked about this, right? And makeup. So it's not necessarily the clothes, and clothes will do that for you, but it's your foundation, what you have on under it. You spray on the cologne. How often do you wear cologne, right? You put it on, you're already feeling. And then your makeup and maybe a little more mascara and an eyeliner, maybe a lip color. And then, I don't know, but women have told me for years that putting on a pump makes them feel pretty sexy and special. So I think it's not about the clothes as much as it is about those intimate things that we put on and, you know, that are building to the wardrobe. So I think it's a great opportunity to add a little spice there.
I love it. Love it. Okay, let's see here. Let me see if there were any questions coming in. Oh, I love this one. This is from a Coast Guard spouse, and she wanted to know, being a spouse, I'm often changing climates with frequent moves. So, you know, East Coast to West Coast, or, you know, from Florida to Alaska, those types of moves. So what are some staples that will work in all weather?
Well, you know, we talked about the jersey knits, and those are just perfect because you can layer them. And I think that important factor there is to look at what you can layer. So keep the basics very thin, thin dressing, thin shirts. Don't buy seasonal things. I wouldn't buy heavy wool, and I wouldn't buy linen. I would buy
Okay.
like a jersey knit. I would wear things that you know that are going to transfer, a lightweight wool, gabardines. And then that way you can always layer sweaters as you get going into a colder climate. And then you can shed that and put on tank tops with the jacket when you come into a warmer climate. So I would keep the foundations, the pants, the shirts, the dresses, all that in very lightweight knits. So, and then once you're reassigned to that destination, if it's warmer climate, you can shed that. And if it's cooler climates, you just add on the sweaters or the coats and start layering up.
And is there a certain type of fabric, like, when you see a shirt that says like 100% cotton, is that something we should be looking for? Or do you know? And I mean, I don't
All
even
right.
know. Yeah.
So, no, you're right. I
Okay.
mean, I'm going to say this because it's just funny to me, but 100% of anything, cotton, linen, silk, whatever, is going to wrinkle, right?
Okay.
But early on in my career, I was told money wrinkles.
Oh, well.
So 100% fabrics. So if you are not one to take care of things, I happen to be a little fanatic about my clothes. So, and I look to buy 100% cotton or 100% silk or 100, but it does take maintenance. So what you want to look is for, if that is not true, and a lot of my friends, that's the case, you want to look for elastane in the clothes. It has a little bit of stretch. So you can launder them, cool water, hang them up on a hanger, put them back in the closet and wear them again. But the more 100% of any fabric, the more maintenance it's going to require.
Okay. This might not be, I mean, is that for sheets too? I don't know if you would know that or not, but like, you know how it's like 100% Egyptian cotton and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Is that?
I love good sheets.
Yes.
You want to treat yourself. Just do it once. Just do it once. I did it once, and I
Best sleep
just
ever.
can't do it. No, go send them to the cleaners and have them
Oh,
washed. Oh my God, 100% cotton Egyptian sheet. It's like they're polished. And you
okay.
put them on the bed. Oh my God, because I take them right out of the dryer and put them back on my bed, right? I don't have a housekeeper. I do my own work. So I flip my mattress every 3 months.
Okay. It's like, yeah. See?
Oh yeah,
So many
I flip
tips.
it and turn it. And then, but I take the sheets right out of the dryer and put them on the bed, so.
Okay.
But
Excellent.
I had them dry cleaned once. I had them laundered rather at the dry cleaners. And it's pretty damn nice.
Yeah. Well, then how long do you wait till you clean them again? Like, I guess that's everybody's personal preference.
Yeah, I changed my sheets, well, if I'm traveling,
Yeah.
but every 7-10 days,
Yeah.
I take a shower. I mean, it's not like I'm working in the yard or anything. So I guess it
Right.
depends on what you're doing.
Well, and going to another question that I'm just thinking of, and I was wondering this the other day, and I was like, I'm going to ask Monty, how often should we be washing our hair?
All right, depending upon, there we go, your hair. I sometimes, like this morning, I got up and I ran. So I came back, obviously, took a shower and washed up. But some mornings I get up and get going and I'm running late, so I can't run. So I wash my hair in the morning, get ready, and then I'll go for a run, come back and wash it. That's why I developed that gentle shampoo. But if you have longer hair, the way you were brushing your hair is really the best way to do that at night. It gets the oils, because the oils accumulate on your scalp. So when you're washing your hair, you want to wash the scalp, use the balls of your finger, massage, wash your scalp and let the suds run through. And when you're conditioning it with long hair, you put it on the ends first, because it's the furthest away from the oils. You put it on the ends and come to the top, because this is getting nutrients.
Right.
And then set it that way. I recommend for long hair every other day, unless you're really working out. But I have people that don't, depending upon their ethnicity, depending upon your, your hair, depending upon the color. I have clients that we only wash once a week.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, and you probably know
activity.
too. Right. Yeah. Depending on the workout and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Okay.
and how your hair is. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to pause there because I know we're almost at time. Danielle, are there any other last minute questions or anything in the chat box we should call out?
Well, we should get ready for some pictures later on social media is what we're talking about currently in the chat. Taking their Monty tips and putting them into practice.
Oh,
We do
nice.
have just one last question. any thoughts you have on this, Monty, but we have a male spouse wondering about how she can maybe get her military man to be more adventurous with his wardrobe. So I don't know if you have any thoughts or suggestions.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's hard to coax us guys into new looks, right? And to new things. And he's a military as well.
Yeah. He's the service member, it sounds like.
Okay. So, I mean, it's hard. I mean, you know, guys are lazy. Look at us at weddings. We just buy tuxedos. I mean, we don't think about it. We just go rent. We stand there and get measured, and we bring out tuxedos. Classic example. All right. So, I don't know what his normal wardrobe is, but you might want to throw a little bit of color, little by little, in his shirts or in his polos that he's wearing. I'm sure he owns khaki pants, and I'm sure he owns a pair of navy blue. And if you can encourage him to get a polo with colored stripes, and once he sees how many compliments he gets on it, because I will tell you, I'm usually always in black. And just cause standards, right? Industry standards. In the salon, I won't be wearing black, by the way. So it's just how we do it. It's our uniform. The other day, I had a bright colored Hawaiian shirt on, so to speak, and a jacket. And people are just stopping me all the time. Go, God, you look great. It's because they're used to seeing me in solids. I don't wear a lot of print.
Yeah.
And I always wear solids. It's just what I like, because I'm A-type and I don't like to see the seams not matching and the plaids not matching. So if I wear solids, I don't have to worry about it. That's how I solve that problem. So ease him into it. Chances are you're not going to get him in a pocket square right away. Or one of those Talia jackets at Macy's. But I think if you walk him through a men's department such as Macy's, because, you know, they have a big selection. They go from conservative, they go into polo, and then they go into the young men's department, and just have him stare and look at the models and the mannequins. And if you happen to see on TV, you know, a news anchor, the sports anchors always look great to me. They've always got their tie, they got their jacket, they got a coordinating pocket square. Just tell them to, hey, look at the newscasters and the sports anchors. So maybe you can kind of get him to acknowledge that, yes, they do dress a little bit, and it looks good, it's conservative, and they're still very handsome.
Yeah, I love that. Well, Monty, this has been so much fun.
Yeah, great way for me to start my day.
Appreciate the haircut. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm sure many other spouses are going to be thanking you this weekend, as they're going to just do the exact same thing. Let's do a quick picture so the spouses can get a picture with us in our mugs. Perfect. So now, spouses, you can say, I hope you had time to take a picture there. You can say that you had coffee with Monty.
Yes.
Learned how to cut your hair. You can use the hashtag USOCCLive. We have a lot coming up in the next couple of weeks. So for the spouses joining us today, or for anybody joining later watching this, the recorded version, please check our USO Military Spouse Facebook group. We have everything listed there, upcoming events. If you're near a USO, anywhere around the world, make sure to join their Facebook page, because they have so much going on for you and for your families that you can get involved with. And then we also have our next Coffee Connection Live, which is next Tuesday, June 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's with country music artist, TV host, and Army veteran Craig Morgan. So don't miss that. I know Danielle will put the registration link in it's in the chat box. So check that out. Monty, it's been
always
a pleasure.
Right. How much fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations with your salon.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. And we'll be in touch, and we'll talk to you soon. And everybody else, have a great day. Cheers, everybody.
Great weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.